get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Let's go. Green 80.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an All-Pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
And just think about all the pass rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up first and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Tannehill now to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Hey, 20. Here you go, Tiger. Hunt.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
380.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook. 46 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
380. 11B. Show left.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. William Hayes in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
380. 372.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Lucy. 380.
Bortles now on 3rd and goal. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Play.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills.
Lucy. Omaha. Bunch right.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Fournette, a first down carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, spread right. Smack. Omaha.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Counterplay, Drake. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Play. Hey, 20.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
380. 11.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Going deep for Moncrief. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Give him 30 yards there.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Throwing is Bortles. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Niles Paul, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Go, deep. Hey.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Here we go. Four down. Check.
Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And he stopped immediately there. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Tannehill. Escobar with it over the middle. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 20.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A minute 59 to go in the 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, 20.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Telvin Smith. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go.
Mike 39, Lucy.
They'll start out on the ground. It's DJ Yeldon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Bortles to throw. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Shut. Green 80. Shut.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll run with Drake. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Tannehill. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jack. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. Being chased out left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Go. Deep.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Get him, boy. Here we go.
Tannehill on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Barry Church. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Amendola, the intended receiver, Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the gun on third down, Bortles completes it to Lee. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Target. Hip. Go.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Tannehill. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
20. Go. Zero. Go to the hut. Go.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. Going deep here for Stills. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense. 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
380.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Go. 3-on-3. Motion, motion, motion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And it's caught by Parker. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Play, play.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Tannehill now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Drake off the give from Tannehill. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Play, play.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And now here's another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
4 down. Check. Green 80. Hey, let's go. Trip front, trip front. 11B, 11B. Check.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, You've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Powers past him at midfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So now here come the Dolphins. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Drake. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. He dumps it off to Drake. They find some open field here. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Telvin Smith, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is fielded at the 27. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. They'll run it again with Fournette. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Green 80. Green 80. Move.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Here's Tannehill. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Dolphins on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jaguars on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
Green 80. Army.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be taken at the 13. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they will take a knee here. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency.